It was the year 1991. Evelyn Sarah Abraham came into the world, most likely crying because her dad said she would cry for everything. Another girl, Sharon Lisa John, was born 7 months earlier. Their dads were MTA buddies, and the families went to church together, so these two girls met. Since they were around the same age, they were placed in the same Sunday school class with three other boys. Since the boys outnumbered the girls had to stick together. This forced them to talk and like each other, and since then, they were inseparable. We have heard people say, if you need to find Sharon in church, look for Evelyn. They'll most likely be together. Growing up, they realized how very alike they were. They had to get through difficult moments in school and kept busy together with church activities like youth camps and youth meetings, VBS, Sunday school, countless jam sessions, and other music-related events. Of course, they had their endless late-night conversations that were supposed to last only 2 hours, but were cut short after 4 to 5 hours when Fabe Auntie would call Evelyn's phone multiple times, and Evelyn would panic because her mom was so mad at her. Sorry, Fabe Auntie. A lot of these conversations centered around daily life and the struggles they were facing, like how hard SATs were or how balancing college with home life was stressful. Some of these conversations were about burdens we had about other people. And a few of these conversations were wondering whether anyone would love us enough to marry sappy, corny, emotional girls like us. Through the years, Sharon realized that Evelyn's heart was bigger than she had thought. Sharon learned a lot looking at the way Evelyn would use her scarce free time to visit or call and text people she hasn't seen in a long time. She would make creative gifts for people that she thought needed a little cheering up. She would check up on those she thought that were going through a rough time. She has spent countless long nights trying to perfect projects for people, even if no one else would see the imperfections. She was so conscious about how perfect she wanted things that she took 3+ years to work on a painting that Sharon had asked Evelyn to create for her. And I say 3+ because Sharon is still waiting for this painting. Evelyn, there's no rush, but 3 years is a long time. Lastly, Evelyn worshipped with her whole heart. Her love for God encouraged Sharon to go to church, not just to see friends, but to know the Creator and Savior on a deeper level. Evelyn was the reason Sharon liked to come to church, but she was one of the forces that led her to Christ, which was the reason Sharon stayed in church. To Fabe Auntie and Reggie Uncle, thank you for raising Evelyn like you did. You raised a loving, kind-hearted girl with Fabe Auntie's eye for detail and Reggie Uncle's impeccable memory. So sorry for the nights that Evelyn came home so late. Now Justin is going to have to deal with our late-night vent sessions. To Justin, you're as kind-hearted as Evelyn. I know you'll treat her right. But as her best friend, I have a duty to say this. If you don't treat her right, there are a whole bunch of people who are going to come after you. Also, Justin, I know you are both married now, and you both are now each other's significant others. But as Sharon's mom, Joyce Auntie, would say,
that's Sharon's best friend.
Nothing can change that. The end.